Hey everyone, Tom Butwin here for Premier Guitar. Today we're checking out the Magnatone Baby M80 Slash Edition. This is a really cool amplifier. It's tons of fun, very easy to use. Let's dig into everything that it has to offer right now. So a couple of basic specs on this amp. It is a 12-watt tube amp. It is based around a 6AQ5 new old stock pentode power tube, and it's got 12AX7s in the preamp section. It's got a 10-inch ceramic speaker in this cabinet, and it's also available in a combo version if that's more your thing. Very simple controls on this. You've got master volume, bass, treble, and gain, as well as this gain switch that we'll talk about in just a second. So let's start out with the master volume control on this amp. It really adds versatility to this. It's certainly got enough power to be on just about any stage, and it's obviously at home in a studio as well. And of course, you can practice with it. Master volume knob is going to allow you to dial in whatever volume you need for the appropriate scenario or gig. One thing to note about this is that once you get up into the 6 and 7 range, that's where you're going to start to saturate that power tube, so feel free to experiment with that. Moving over to the EQ section, we do have a bass and treble knob, pretty straightforward, easy to use. However, on the bass knob, if you dime that and crank it, this is sort of a secret mid-scoop setting. So if that's what you want to go for with this amplifier, you can do that. Just crank the bass all the way up and you'll get that sound. Next, you've got the gain knob. You can dial in that breakup and overdrive that this amp does so well with. That generally starts after you get about to the 5-ish level on this knob. If you go back on that and you're in the low mode, which we'll talk about here in a second, get some really nice clean tones as well. And I did mention the gain switch. If you're in the low mode, that's going to be where you can get that nice edge of breakup, clean tone kind of thing happening. And then just with the flip of the switch, you're over into that higher gain, higher saturation territory that sounds really great on this amp. So in addition to that, you do have an effects loop, so you can bring in your existing effects however you want with this amplifier. And we got to talk about the way it looks, because it looks really, really cool. With the Slash Signature Edition of this, you get this cool deep purple and black snakeskin Tolex, as well as Slash's signature and his Scully logo right here for you Slash fans. But I will say, if you aren't a Slash fan, or maybe you don't know a lot about his playing, or it's not necessarily something that you're thinking about when looking for an amplifier, this doesn't just do the Slash thing. It does a lot of really great stuff in that British-inspired guitar tone realm, and it's in a small package, even with the head and cab version that I have here. And one more thing I do have to point out is the fact that the Magnatone logo lights up on the cab as well and is connected with a MIDI cable from the head is just incredibly cool. One of my favorite aesthetic features on this amp. So there you have it, the Baby M80 Slash Edition from Magnatone. This is a compact 12-watt all-tube guitar amp that gives you those British-inspired tones that we know and love. Very versatile, very easy to use, and a real treat if you are a Slash fan, of course. Once again, my name is Tom Butwin here for Premier Guitar. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss anything in the future, and I will see you in the next one.